Closing the chapter briefly on the Anti-Earls. I made a lot of Anti-Earl videos a while back, and because I was really trying to get to the bottom of it. I mean, lots of people asked me about it when these Anti-Earls would show up, and I never had a clue. I often don't have a clue. But now, after I made a bunch of videos, and I was thinking, what are the worst ones? What are the worst Anti-Earls? And then what do I know about them in retrospect? What happened after they were no longer part of my life? And I realized from 3 of the absolute worst Anti-Earls, like someone that tried to get me arrested, of all things, for no apparent reason. There was an apparent reason. All 3 of these people believed that I could have a terrible negative effect on their life if I chose to do so. All 3 of them assumed I had some knowledge that I didn't have. One person was stealing from their company, another person was stealing from their coworkers, and another person was cheating on their wife. And they believed I knew it and someone else knew it. And the thing is, neither of us knew it. And with me, he tried to get me fired. And with the other guy, they ended up getting a fist fight. And the guy that he ended up getting a fist fight with, like, you know, it was over like something, did you just say this? You know, that kind of thing. Like they were actually, you know, they were friends. And then the next thing you know, this friend found himself being pummeled, as if like, if we get in a fist fight, somehow that will keep you from causing me any harm in my marriage. But you know, it's the thing is like, all 3 of those people behaved in a kind of a meltdown fashion because they had secrets, you know, stealing or infidelity or something like that. I guess that's kind of stealing too. That they felt, it's the telltale heart, you know that story? The person that kills somebody and puts them in the floor of their house, but yet they can hear the heart beating. They feel it's giving them away. That's what these 3 terrible Anti-Earls all had in common. And so I imagine the other Anti-Earls that I could think of, to some lesser degree, all felt the same way, that there was something, I knew something, or if I had the opportunity, with my knowledge, I would hurt them in some way. Which is kind of silly. I mean, I guess, but it's like, in one hand it's really silly because if they knew me at all, they knew that, like, for the most part, I probably don't give them a lot of thought. I certainly don't give their choices a whole lot of thought because they don't have anything to do with my life. But they were, I guess what they're worried is I would make what's going on in their life a part of mine. And I really couldn't be bothered. I don't think it's rational, is the thing. I think it's an irrational fear that someone's going to want to harm you because of your actions. The worst was the guy that was stealing from his company because he thought I knew it. That was terrible. He tried to make it look like I was stealing, which is what ended up getting him caught. It's the weirdest thing. It's like, you know, the Achilles heel. It's like you're doing something that weakens you in some way, weakens your position. You're stealing, and then out of fear that someone knows about it, you try to implicate them as if they're stealing, and then they're found out, wait, well, we are missing money, and then they found out, you know, it wasn't me taking it, and well, who is taking it? Well, it's this guy. Like, so he sowed the seeds of his own undoing. You know, and as far as a lesson goes, I suppose it's not ever going to apply to anybody that could actually understand it. That you would, the kinds of people that are going to suffer this fate are the kinds of people that don't have the same self-awareness to avoid it. I mean, most of us would avoid it to begin with, right? Most of us would not steal from our company because our company pays us money. That's how we pay our bills. So you don't want to do something so that not only do you not pay your bills, but your next place to hire you is kind of reluctant. They're like, well, you're not going to steal from us, right? Right. That puts an end it puts an end to the chapter of the Anti-Earls. And rest in peace, Anti-Earls.